only we fit the curses of God. So only we can be the Israelites. Now that being said, brother, sister, don't listen with your feet, sister. No, I'm messing with you. What's your nationality, sister? You Puerto Rican, right? Now, let me put you on to something, right? My Spanish is not the best. But do you know what Puerto Rican means? It means rich port. When the so-called white men, when the Spaniards came to the island of Puerto Rico, y'all were known as the Boricans.
Right, clean it up.
Right? Which in Hebrew, what's the Hebrew word for brave? Y'all were the brave lords.
Right.
And when they came, you know what they saw? They saw the beautiful beaches. They saw the beautiful water. They saw the gold. They saw the diamonds, the rich minerals. And they said, we are about to go off. We're about to kill, rape, murder, rob, and pillage. That's what they did to y'all. Right? Because guess what? We're the same people. Now you might say, well, brother, you're a little darker. Yeah, of course. Well, we got the same bloodline.
Wait, hold on.
No, not right now. Not right now. We got to edify the sister. Right now, sister. Right? We are the same people, no matter what. Right? This truth. This is not about skin color. This is about, like you said the right thing. It's about bloodline. Give me Jeremiah 12:9. Right? You would be, because guess what? Your biblical tribe, your father's Puerto Rican? Okay, so guess what? You would be. Guess what? You would be a princess from the tribe of Ephraim. Right? That's your biblical name. Sister on the corner, come hear this word too. Because you also a princess. But we don't know it. We got to act like it. This Bible has been hidden from us. But in these last days, the Bible is being opened up because guess what? God, everyone here, God is looking for us. And he wants to bring us back. Of course. Of course. Vengeance. So give me Leviticus 19 and verse 18. Give me Romans 12. And I believe it's verse 16. Because you know what? We want that. Actually, go to Revelation 13 and 10. Because you know what? We want vengeance for what's happened to us as a people, right? The enslavement, the belittling. What happens to us today, right? The rape, lynchings, and murdering. But you know what? Can we fight the white man right now? Think about it. It wouldn't be a fight. If we unified and got together, you know what he could just do? Turn the water off. And we're done. Turn off the money. And we're done. You know what? Blow them up. And we're done. Because do we have nuclear armaments? We got tanks, helicopters. We can't do none of that. But you know how we avenge ourselves? We got to let Christ do that. Because guess what? I promise you, sister, Christ does want to avenge us. He sees what we go through. He sees our worries. Everything we go through. I know you might have had stuff happen in your life, and you might have said, you cried to God, and you felt like he didn't hear you. But he did hear you. He hear that tear you dropping right now, the Lord, he sees that. Right? But the thing is, the vengeance, we got to let the Lord do that. But with our people, here's what we got to do.
It's the book of Nahum, chapter 1, verse 2. God is jealous, and the Lord revengeth. The Lord revengeth in his furious. The Lord will take vengeance on his adversaries, and he reserved wrath for his enemies.
So the Lord does. Now, here's the vengeance, right? Okay, read what you got.
The book of Revelation, chapter 13 and verse 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear.
Right, so hear this, sister. Hear this, brothers.
He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
Didn't the so-called white man of other nations, didn't they lead us into slavery? So guess what? The vengeance, the Lord said, they're going into captivity. Those people, they're going to be underneath you. They're going to be your servants, sister.
Right.
They're going to be making you arroz con pollo.
Right.
Right?
He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword.
One more time.
He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword.
Who caused more death on this earth than the so-called white man? Do our people, do we conduct war all over the world? Man, dudes don't even want to fight. Right? But here's the thing. Right? But here's the thing though, man. What we got to do to show God we love him, right? Give me John 14 and 15. Right? Got something?
It's Isaiah 14, 1 and 2 in the GNT.
Right, we read the KJV, but we go to different translations like the GNT because it's a little clearer. You know, the KJV has that old English, right?
The Lord will once again be merciful to his people.
Do what?
Be merciful to his people Israel and choose them as his own. He will let them live in their own land again.
So we're going to be back in the land of Israel, ruled in righteousness, sister. Sister, when you're in the kingdom, you're in the kingdom of heaven, no more period cramps, right? No more hard childbirth.
Right.
It's gonna be bright, it's gonna be easy living. But we gotta work for it, right? Nothing is free in this world.
And foreigners will come and live there with them.
So how are they gonna live with us though?
Many nations will help the people of Israel return to the land which the Lord gave them. And there the nations will serve Israel as slaves.
As what?
As slaves.
As what?
As slaves.
Baby, what?
As slaves.
Man, that thing make my teeth white, make my hands click.
Can I say something?
Of course, sister.
So after this experience God,
Mhm.
like I experienced that for
Right.
since then, like I feel like I've been back to life, but it's like I keep like the main thing I'm struggling with right now is something, right?
Okay.
Now the only reason why, and I'm not using that as an excuse, is because I remember that I met God when I was in my middle school and my life was so simple. Like I tried to like reach out to that so that I could meet him again or like feel his presence again.
And the Lord, guess what? The Lord's doing that right now, sister. But here's why you might have kept falling back into the world, right? Give me Zephaniah 2 and verse 1. Because, right?
Wisdom 16 verse 12. For it was neither herb nor malafine plaster
So there's nothing man-made, right?
that restored them to health, but your word, O Lord, which healeth all things.
So the word of God, this Bible can heal us, right? When we apply the commandments, good things happen to us. Right? But the thing is, if we don't keep the charge of the Lord our God, we're gonna have the curses of God. Right? And even then, you know, we're still gonna be under the curse, but curse is gonna get lifted. Right? We still gotta go through things, right? We're still not gonna be on top, but the Lord is gonna show mercy on you. Right? Like he did with Job, he's gonna start putting that hedge about you. Right? Because now, guess what? You're gonna have that wisdom. How old are you, sister? You 21, right? Right? You clean yourself up, be a righteous sister in this truth. Guess what? You could get a righteous husband. And guess what? He'll be that hedge of protection for you. Right? Because that's what our women need. Right? Read what you got.
This is the book of Zephaniah, chapter 2 from the top. Gather yourselves together.
Do what?
Gather yourselves together.
One more time.
Gather yourselves together. Ye gather together, O nation not desired.
So this is what we got to do. Give me Genesis 49 and verse 1. We got to gather together. We got to gather together in these last days.
It's the book of Genesis, chapter 49, verse 1. And Jacob called unto his sons and said, gather yourselves together.
Do what?
Gather yourselves together, that I may tell you that which shall befall you in the last days.
We're in these last days right now, man. I tell you right now, what we see going on in the world right now, actually drop that. Give me Matthew 24.
Bring it out, King.
Because what we see going on in the earth right now, these are signs that Christ is coming back, right? Stay where you at, give me 2nd Esdras 9, right? And start from the top. Because guess what? Christ is coming back. And guess what? He's coming back for us. He's gonna avenge us. But you know what we gotta do? We gotta get right. We gotta clean ourselves up and come back to the marriage.
2nd Ezra, chapter 9, verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure the time diligently in itself.
Right? Because guess what? You got people that say, oh, we not in the last days. Pass the hookah.
Right.
We not in the last days. Pass the loud. We're not in the last days. Shorty, what you doing? And wife is right next to him. Right? We gotta measure the time. Know that we're in the last days and act like it.
And when you see part of the signs past, which have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
Now let's see what some of these signs are.
You got it from 6?
Start from 4.
The book of Matthew, chapter 24, and verse 4.
Actually, start at verse 3 and we're going to read down. Start at verse 3 and we're going to read down. So we get the context.
The book of Matthew, chapter 24, and verse 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives,
So this is Christ, right? He's sitting on the Mount of Olives.
the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world?
Right, so they're asking him because he's breaking down scriptures and he's telling them about the second coming when he comes back. So when you want to know, like, yo, man, like, what's going to be going on? Like, so I can prepare myself, right? Here's what Christ said.
And Jesus answered and said unto him, Take heed that no man deceive you.
Brother, just for respect, please don't smoke, bro. Right, I'm saying, right, it's bad. One is bad for you, but I ain't going to get on you right now. I am, but not right now. But you shouldn't be smoking.
For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ.
So guess what? That white image of Christ you see, you know who that really is? His name is Caesar Borgia. He is the son of Pope Alexander VI. He was a homosexual, a rapist, a murderer. He is what you call the Antichrist.
That's right.
Because guess what? Did you know that Christ is a black man? That he looks like me and you? Right? With the woolly hair? It said Christ was, actually, let's get it real quick. Let's get it real quick, right? Because I want to prove all things with the scripture.
It's the book of Revelation, chapter 1, verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool.
So his hair was white like wool. He had a white afro hair. When it says wool, that's talking about texture, right? Like a sheep.
That's white as snow.
So that was talking about the color. The hair on his face and his head, white. The Caesar Borgia, that picture you see in church that grandma might be praying to so religiously.
Bring it out.
Verse 15, and his feet like unto fine brass.
Now, sister, do you know what color brass is? Hold on. We don't got the other
Penny, you
sign.
got a penny?
Right, we don't got the other sign. Damn, I forgot it.
I'm about to say it's like the middle.
Right, so think about like brass, right? Brass is a brown, right? Brass is brown. Thank, appreciate you, brother. Thank you. Right now,
But like burnt bronze,
right?
so dark.
We about to get it. We about to get it, brother. You in the spirit, right? So hold on. Now, Christ was brown. How brown was it?
As if they burned in a furnace.
Sister,
Hey,
you so-called Puerto Rican. I know I love rice too. but you ever seen the burnt rice on the bottom? What color is it? But how brown? It's black. Right? It's brown. So when it says like burnt brass, it's telling you Christ, look, he was like Wesley Snipes. That was a very dark brother. Right? So no, you gotta know that. That's why it says take heed that no man deceive you, because guess what? They're gonna tell you, oh, Celestine is Christ. Oh, Caesar Borgia, this white man is Christ. When guess what? I can look in the Bible and find the description of Christ and see everything y'all saying is a lie.
Right.
Let's go back to Matthew 24.
Matthew 24.
Read it verse 5.
Verse 5.
I know 6.
Verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars.
So you're gonna hear about, like, how much war is on the earth right now? It's who? Right? This probably more. There's over 30 wars right now.
Wow.
But it's escalating. But then it says there's rumors of war. You know what the rumor is? World War III. It is gonna happen. It's scriptural. Right? Right, but I want you to notice, right? These things are signed for us to come to repentance.
Right.
It's not for us to be scared. We should be rejoicing because the end of our captivity is coming.
That's
our
right.
Savior is coming. But if you look at it with carnal eyes, you're like, oh no, the stock market is crashing. My money. Oh no, because guess what? Sister, do you want to stay here in America? Right? Even on the island of Puerto Rico, there's too many of y'all. Y'all all can't fit on the island. So there's no going home to that. Our home is Jerusalem, Israel. That's our land, sister. Read on. You good, brother.
And ye
Don't mind the brother.
and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled.
So it said, don't be troubled, don't be scared.
For all these things must come to pass.
So these things gotta happen, right? Because guess what? Christ said, I'm not here to do away with the law or the words of the prophets, right? Paraphrasing. So these things that were prophesied to happen, gotta happen.
But the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation,
Don't we see that happening? Country against country.
and kingdom against kingdom.
Kingdom against kingdom. You got Russia versus Ukraine. You got China ready to get at it with Taiwan. You got in South America, you got the Guyanese people getting ready to fight with the other people. There's war everywhere on this earth, right? And it's upward. We keep reading. And ooh, what's your name, sister? Janessa? I like you, Janessa, because there is spiritual warfare, right? Because guess what? Moral spiritual. Because guess what? You'll find out you're this. Because we can't celebrate Christmas. We can't celebrate our birthdays. Right? All these wicked holidays. You know what happens? You go in your house and you say, Tia. You know? No. She go, Feliz Navidad. You go, no, we can't do that. Now you enemy number one in your household.
Right.
What do you mean? You don't want it's December 24th. What do you mean you don't want to celebrate? But that's not our custom. That's not God's law. Right? You got a precept?
Yeah, Ephesians chapter 6, verse 12.
Out.
For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world.
Because guess what? Satan is over these other nations. And what Satan wants you to do? He wants you to have a hot girl summer.
Hey, bring it out.
We don't want that for you, sister.
Myself.
That's what I'm talking about. We need more sisters like you. Y'all hear that? We need more sisters like this.
And against spiritual wickedness in high places.
Against what?
Against spiritual wickedness in high places.
Right. Because guess what? Stay where you at. Get Job 9 and 24.
Bring it out, King.
Job 9 and 24. Because guess what? The devil runs this world. And the so-called white people in the other nation, they do the work of the devil. Right? Why do you think, at 7-Eleven, right, you see mostly so-called Indian people, right? Their name's Elon. How can you say you love me, but you're going to sell me backwards? And cigarettes, and all manner of drugs. Who owns, if I look at these weed shops over here, we see so-called Arab people. They don't mind selling us weed because we the money. Right? In their mind, these niggas stay stupid and high. That's it. We got them.
Got him.
We got them. We sending the money back to Dubai or something like that. Right?
The enemies can be like
Bring
Right?
it out.
Right? Go back to
It's the book of Job, 9 verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
so you see that? It said the earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
He covered the faces of the judges.
Covers the faces of the judges. He makes Christ a white man. He doesn't say, we're the children of Israel. He says people with the worst haircut I ever seen in my life are the children of God. People with stupid hats and big fur, and I'm telling you, they dirty. I'm telling you, I went to their temple before, and I didn't see not a sink in the bathroom. I got scared, but that aside.
Bring it out.
I have a question for everyone.
Okay, no problem.
Right? He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is it?
So Job is saying, so if the white man's not the devil, where he at then?
Right.
Who's doing it? If it's not him, who else put us in slavery? Who else is putting drugs in our community?
Right.
Who else assassinates our leaders?
Right.
Who else topples government?
Right.
Who else poisons the food?
Right.
Who else owns a music industry that pushes drugs, sex, and murder?
Right.
Come on, man. You said you had a question, sister.
So you know when like God's like basically like how could I be the chain breaker for my family when even now, when like,
Give me 2nd Esdras 7. Give me 2nd Esdras 7, because you know what? Actually, you get 2nd Esdras 7. Give me that in 1 Peter. Make your own calling and election.
Repeat the question.
Right. So the sister's question was, how can I be the chain breaker for my family?
they continue to
Right. When they continue to still betray you. Okay. So now, sister. Now the answer. I'm gonna give you a scripture, but first I'm gonna talk. You can only make your own calling and election sure. I'm telling you, we all. I'm speaking for the brothers right now. We all got family, people we care for. But you know what? You ever hear that saying, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink? I can't get you to keep God's commandments. You gotta want that for yourself. You can only save yourself, sister. As hard as it might be to hear, you know, that's like lifeguards, right? If someone is drowning, but they fighting the lifeguard, they punch him in the grill, we could both die.
Figure it out,
So I can't help you. But hold on, I got it.
I just want to clear. No, I'm not clear. So,
Are you having like you and your family not getting along? That's what it is.
ever since I was young, like I was abused and stuff, and like family members, siblings, they did a lot of bad stuff to me, and I grew up with foster care and things like that. But even now, it's just like I never had the heart to hate them, never had the heart of God, because after everything they've done to me, you know, I'm literally like things I could describe is just out of this world.
You don't got, I don't want you to get
Yeah,
it.
no, of course.
We don't want you
You
to
don't mind me
get it.
saying, you ever heard of Joseph?
Yeah.
In the Bible?
Oh, you in the spirit, brother.
So, you know what happened to him? How his brother sold him to slavery.
Literally, yeah.
But ended up being the second.
don't worry. He here for you, sis.
I feel like literally everyone just
We all
like
gonna
left
go
me.
through a
get
trial.
back
I'm
to
going
the
through it too.
Right. Hold on.
Our family sometimes gonna be the first to betray sometimes, bro.
Long story short, I rap blue. My family, they all been red or whatever. Me, I'm colorblind. I don't see color, I just see the individual. And that stuff I was just telling you, how the young boy was trying to boom at me, and we got into some mess. My own flesh and blood. I was supposed to save him.
Keep that in mind. But some people can't, some people don't.
But hold on. We gonna hold on. I just want to get back to the scripts, right? But hold on. I just want to answer this question.
It's the book of 2 Peter, chapter 1, verse 10. Wherefore, the rather, sister, give diligence to make your calling and election sure.
So you got to make your own call and election sure. First and foremost, you know, get yourself right, right? And guess what? Now, I can't promise everybody, but certain people in your family, they might see how you move, and that might move them to repentance. The Lord is going to use you as that light, right? Read what you got. 2nd Esdras 7. Straight and narrow is the gate. Right? Start at verse 2.
The book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 7 and verse 2. And he said unto me, Up, Esdras, and hear the words that I am come to tell thee. And I said, Speak on, my God. Then said he unto me, The sea is set in a wide place, that it might be deep and great. But put the entrance where narrow and like a river.
So guess what? The way to the kingdom of heaven, it's like setting a broad sea. It's a parable, right? Because guess what? It's hard to work that straight and narrow path to be a righteous sister, right? You would know more than me. It's hard to be a righteous sister in this world, right? And all praise, the brother brought up a good point with the story of Joseph. His brother sold him into slavery, right? So we might have family do us dirty, and you got a beautiful spirit, sister, and now you're able to still love your family.
That's right.
Right? That I'm gonna tell you right now, sister, that strength that a lot of people don't have. Right? But you know what it is? You gotta stay on that narrow path, because you know what? Keep reading.
But put the entrance were narrow and like a river, who then could go into the sea to look upon it and to rule it. If he went not through the narrow, how could he come into the broad?
So guess what? We gotta go through tribulations, unfortunately. You know, we gotta go through the murky waters to get to dry land. You know what I'm saying? We gotta go through things, because you know what? It gives us the strength, right? And guess what? You might you know, Lord willing, you gather with us, you might be a righteous sister, and guess what? You might have other sisters that been through similar situations.
Right.
Your testimony and your story can help that next sister endure and keep going. You know what I'm saying?
There is also another thing. A city is builded and set upon a broad field,
This is the kingdom of heaven.
and is full of all good things.
All good things, sister. No more worries, no more debt, no more nothing. You're going to be living righteously, sister. Hold on, you're going to be in a spiritual body. This body right here we got, this sucks.
That's right.
You know, I'll be right, I won't lie to you. I wish I was 6 feet, but I'm not. But right? But this body gets sick, we die, right? You go to work, after work, the back be hurting. You're like, I ain't doing nothing with my damn back. Right? This body, but the body we gonna get that Christ promised for us, we're gonna get spiritual bodies. Beauty and glory and power like we can't think about it. Right? You ever see like Black Panther? You're gonna be better than that. You're gonna be better than Wonder Woman and all that, man. Come hear this word, brother. We love you, man. Come hear the word of God, man.
The entrance thereof is narrow, and is set in a dangerous place to fall.
Look at this place. I can go 3 blocks down and get weed. I can go 1 block that way and get crack. I can wait until 10 o'clock at night and there's prostitutes on the street. Right? There's men out here in this world, sister, that would do God knows what to you. But guess what? We got to use this Bible. This is our shield, our fortress, our sword to fight off that darkness and protect ourselves against it.
That's right.
Like as if there were a fire on a right hand, and on the left a deep water.
So guess what? That water, you remember when the Lord destroyed the earth the first time? He did it with water. Guess what? This next time, he's going to do it with fire. Nuclear fire. Right? You think those bombs, those on for show. It's prophesied. This is going to be used, right? Drop that. Read what you got right there, man. Right after that, sister, I want to give you some commandments. Right? We're going to read these last few scriptures. I want to teach you. Right?
First, what you wanted from that?
Oh, okay.
Matthew 10, verse 28. Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden.
Ooh, one more time.
Come unto me, all you that labor and have heavy laden.
So the Lord, he wants us to come to him. Because guess what? He knows, sister, I tell you, those tears you cry aren't in vain. Those struggles you go through aren't in vain. You know? Actually, stay in Proverbs. Give me Proverbs 16 and verse 1. Right? Because guess what? These words I'm speaking unto you, these aren't coming from me. You know? We the prophets. All we are is mouthpieces.
That's right. The book of Proverbs chapter 16 from the top. The preparations of the heart in man and the answer of the tongue is from the Lord.
So this is the Lord talking to you, letting you know, my daughter, I have not forsaken you. He just wants you to come back into his glorious light. Finish what you got.
I'm going to read it from the top. Come unto me, all you that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and you shall find rest unto your souls.
That's what, sister. How now to do that? Right now, give me 1 John 5 and 3. Give me too many scriptures. Give me John 14, 15. I had a brain fart.
This Proverbs 3, verse 26. For the Lord shall be your confidence, and shall keep your foot from being taken.
So you see that? The Lord's got to be your confidence, right? If you're strong in the Lord, you're strong in this Bible, I'm telling you, man. You know, the Lord's going to open up. You know how people talk about, I got a third eye? The Lord's going to open up your actual third eye, your spiritual eye. You're going to be able to see things for real. This world's going to be clearer. You're going to have that discernment on people's spirits, right? You're going to have that discernment, most importantly, about yourself, to know when you are going off and how you should be moving, right? And as a sister, you got to remember, the scriptures say the woman, not to say that you're weak, but you are the weaker vessel, and that Satan is going to come harder after you. So, you know, you need to be around your brothers so we can protect you, right? So we can tell you when you're going off, right? And you know, guess what too? You might have a gift you could bring to the fold. You know, I don't know what you make music? Oh, there you go, sister.
Yeah.
You know the Lord like music, right?
Huh?
Lord love music. Right? You can sing, sister? There you go. What I'm talking about. Right? Do what you got?
It's the book of 1 John chapter 5 and verse 3. For this is the love of God,
So this is how we gotta show God we love him.
that we keep his commandments.
We do what?
We keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous.
Right. So now, do you know, now we're gonna learn, I'm gonna teach you, sister, you as well, brother, right? And I'm confident, you might touch some things you might not know, but either way, it's all about these commandments. It's all about these commandments, right? It tells you that the law endures forever. Give me, before we teach you, right, just lay a foundation, give me Matthew 5 and 17, right?
I know. I was gonna write that because it was spirit.
The book of Matthew chapter 5 and verse 17. Think not that I come to destroy the law.
This is Christ. Because people, when he came on the scene, people were vexed. So Christ had to clear the air. He said, think not that I am come to destroy the law. Right? So he's not here. He didn't come because people talk about, I got grace. Now, grace is not so you could do whatever the hell you want. Grace is so you could clean yourself up. Because guess what? The wages of sin are death. So we got to clean ourselves up. So he said, think not I've come to destroy the law.
Or the prophets.
So he's not come to do anything that was prophesied from Genesis all the way up to Malachi. He's going to fulfill everything.
I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill.
So he fulfilled him dying, right? Him being that sacrifice for us, right? He fulfilled that portion and waking up the 12, right? The 12 apostles. And he's going to do a lot more when he comes back.
Hey! For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one little shall in no wise pass from the law.
So Christ is saying you got to keep the law. No matter what, you got to keep the law. If you break the law, you're not righteous in Christ's eyes.
Till all be fulfilled. Whosoever therefore shall break one of the least
It
commandments.
said one of the least. If you break that, well, you know, I do everything, I do that, but you know, I'm in a little court. I'm gonna step out on my man. I'm gonna cheat on my wife. You know, a little something.
And shall teach men so, he shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven.
He's gonna be what?
Called the least in the kingdom of heaven.
So he's gonna call us the least in the kingdom of heaven if we don't keep his commandments. So with that being said, sister, do you know any commandments? What commandments do you know?
What do you mean commandments like the 7 deadly sins?
And because sin is the transgression of the law, but we talking about the commandments of God, like anything from Deuteronomy, Leviticus, like thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal, right? You got
Adultery.
right. So let's go to Exodus 20. We're gonna edify the sister, right?
It's the book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 2,
And
verse 3.
What's your name again, sister?
Janessa.
Janessa. I don't want to forget that. My name is Yaron, right?
Exodus 20, verse 3.
Break it out,
Thou shalt have no other gods before me.
So that's the first commandment. We can't serve no other God but the Most High God, right? In Hebrew, his name is Yahweh, right? We're going to get it later, but we got to serve only the Most High God, right? You can't be going into Islam, Hinduism, right? Yeah. So that's going into, so that's like with Santeria or, you know, you might see people, oh, this is my saint, you know, this is my Oshun, my Ogun, and things of that nature. Most High God's not dealing with that, right? Because guess what? Aren't those statues of white people? So is that, who you gonna pray to the same person who enslaved you? Would you ask someone who punched you in the face for some water? Come on.
Right. Second commandment. You shall not make unto thee any graven image.
So that's what it is. It's a graven image.
Verse 5, I'm gonna jump down. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them.
So that's what happens, right? Don't you see they got the altars, right? Everybody go in there, they want to bop, 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 say what they say. The Lord is not with none of that. That's why we went into slavery. That's why we been destroyed as a people, right? Because think about it. Someone has said, oh, you know, I'm a take him, I'm a hex him, right? I'm gonna do a spell on him. Why you do no spell on no white man? Why don't y'all all get together and cast a spell and get us out of here? Why not? What's stopping you? You need a piece of his head? I'll go get it.
Third commandment, verse 7. You shall not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain.
So it says, don't take the name of the Lord in vain. So that's not saying someone saying, God damn it. That's when you know you're an Israelite, right? You say, I love God and follow God, but you do otherwise. Right? I know. Right? You do otherwise. Right? So that's like me standing here teaching you, and I'm telling you, sister, keep the commandments. I'm saying all this stuff. And then when I go in my house, I go punch a baby or smack a woman. I'm not a righteous man. That's taking the name of the Lord in vain, because that's me not loving my people.
All right. Commandment 4, verse 8. Remember the Sabbath day.
Ooh, this is something we don't learn about, right? Because someone to tell you the Sabbath day is Sunday. But let's get what the Sabbath is. I like this sister.
Sisters, she said in a high bar. She said in a high bar. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days shalt thou Salakia. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work.
Yeah, so today is the Sabbath day. Now, the Lord starts his days from evening to evening, right? When the sun goes down and the moon is up, that's the beginning of a new day. The day don't start at damn 12 a.m., right? How is the moon out and someone gonna come up to you and say good morning? The sun's not up. You know what I'm saying? So it's from Friday evening to Saturday evening. So once the sun goes down and the moon is up, the Sabbath is done. But currently, it is the Sabbath, the holiest day of the week, right? So one of the rules of the Sabbath is you can't work, right? Yeah, we're gonna bring them all out. And I appreciate you for staying with us and dealing with us, sister. All praises on you.
Exodus 35, verse 2. 6 days shall work be done, but on the 7th day there shall be to you an holy day, a Sabbath of rest to the Lord. Whosoever do work therein shall be put to death.
That's how serious it was back in the old days. Under the Old Testament, this is what the New Testament was about, right? Because now we have grace. We're not under the law of sin and death no more. The law of sin offering. If you broke the Sabbath during Moses' time, there was no goat you could bring. You could stone. It didn't matter if you were a man, woman. Man, the rocks don't discriminate, right? And they want the jagged rocks, smooth rocks.
You shall kindle no fire throughout your habitations upon the Sabbath day.
Come hear this word, family, beautiful family. Come hear this word. We're Israelites. God loves you. He wants you to keep his commandments in his charge, all right? Israelite kings and Israelite princess, all right? So the thing is, we can't cook on the Sabbath day because it's a day of rest, right? So you can't get up Saturday morning, or say it's Friday evening, the Sabbath starts, you go, man, my belly is hungry. You know, I'm about to make a pot of meal, fry it, you know. I'm about to put the rice on the stove. Nah, man. Right? There's none of that. Right? So what we got to do is, right? Now, I'm not saying you can't eat, right? You prepare your food for the Sabbath, you know, but it's also a day of rest for us, you know, for our bodies. That's not the day to be eating heavy stuff. You eat like fruit, yogurt, maybe a salad, right? My brother over here, he love the avocado ranch, you know? Right? You know, a lot of different things you can eat. Lord's not saying go hungry, but give God rest for your body, right? There's another rule. You can't buy or sell on the Sabbath.
Nehemiah 10:31. And if the people of the land bring ware or any victuals on the Sabbath day to sell,
so you say they bring anything to food, drink, or wear,
that we will not buy it of them on the Sabbath or on the holy day.
Right? So none of that, right? And the final rule for the Sabbath is we got to gather, right? Because guess what? You know how people on Sundays, you didn't come to church? How could you? It's the Lord's Sabbath. Right? What they're really doing on Sunday, they're worshiping the sun. That's why it's called Sunday, right? That's where it comes from. And they did that deliberately to go against God, right? Now everybody's thinking that Sunday's the 7th day of the week. Oh, that's what I'm talking about, right? Whenever you get it, prove it, right? Gather, give me Leviticus 23.
It's the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 2. No, verse 2. 6 days. No, verse 3. So 6 days shall work be done, but the 7th day is the Sabbath of rest and holy convocation.
So that convocation means it's a holy gathering, okay? So we gotta gather together, all right, on the Sabbath day, right? Let's get the rest of the commandment. You got that for me, bro?
Yeah.
All right, let me know when you get it.
All right, for Leviticus what again?
Leviticus 23 and verse 3, right? That's Leviticus 23 that has all the feast days, right? With the exception of Purim, the destruction of Nicanor, and the day of Simon.
That's why I'm still learning. I ain't gonna lie. So I appreciate y'all bringing it up.
Right? So hold on. So this book right here, right? We try to be some learned brothers, right? So this book right here is called "Behold the Pale Horse" by William Cooper. Right? Here's the information he got, right? Proving that I'm not making this up about the Sunday, right? Right? Read that, come out.
From the top.
Right, the orange. Just the orange.
Not too much.
The Pope has challenged world leaders by claiming that the people of the world already recognize the absolute authority of Rome because they observe the Sunday Sabbath that was ordered by the Pope and the Council of Laodicea of AD 364.
Right? So that's telling you right there. They changed it, right? The water for that, brother Almighty, right? So now let's get the rest of the commandments, right?
Commandment 5, verse 12. Honor thy father and thy mother, that your days may be long upon the land which the Lord your God give you.
So honor your father and your mother, right? So you told us about your relationship with your family. Now, you're doing the right thing in that you said, I still got love for them, right? You're not bashing them and disrespecting them. You're keeping God's commandments. And it says, so you prolong your days. Because guess what? Even though they might have done these things to you, they still brought you in this world, right? And you gotta give them the honor for that. I'm not saying I'm not telling you, to make up with them and go back and live with them, right? Forgive them, right? But you can't, take vengeance against them, bash them. Oh, my father's, oh, my father is this, my father is that. Because you see people who operate in that spirit, do they have any happiness in their life? So you gotta cast that away, because guess what? Right now, you wanting to be a Israelite, a daughter of Sarah. That's honoring your father and your mother. You're doing the right thing in that. All praises for that, sister.
Right. 6th commandment. Thou shalt not kill.
So don't kill, right? That's talking about don't murder, right? I'm not saying if someone's trying to attack you, you go, oh, God said I can't kill. No, you gotta fight back. You gotta throw an elbow. But it's saying don't do it with malicious intent. We see brothers, they get into altercations over pride, right? And it goes too far and kill them, right? So don't murder, right? Don't be a serial killer, right? But that's also going into today. We see sisters do that when they abort their children, right? They're killing their kids. And you know what they'll say? They'll wipe their mouth and say, I've done no wickedness. I've done no wrong. And that's not the way to go.
Commandment 7. Thou shalt not commit adultery.
So don't commit adultery, meaning don't sleep with another man's husband. Another woman's husband, excuse me. Excuse me, brothers. Excuse me, sister. Don't sleep with another woman's husband. Don't sleep with... Go on, brother.
Commandment 8, right? Thou shalt not bear false witness.
So don't
thou shalt not slack it. Thou shalt not steal.
So don't be a thief. Don't be a thief.
Thou shalt. Commandment 9. Thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor.
So don't be a liar. Your word. You never heard that saying? Word is bond, right? My word is bond. So speak truthfully. You know, truth can set you free. You know, you might be going through, you might feel the way about a brother or about a sister, and telling them honestly how you feel in the right way can lead to growth, right? You might have misunderstood something, you know? They might have misunderstood something, but when you deal truthfully, the Lord, you're gonna get good, you know? Final commandment.
Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife, nor his manservant, nor his maidservant, nor his ox, nor his ass, nor anything is thy neighbor's.
You know, don't be envious. You know, don't have that that grass is greener on the other side spirit.
Right.
You know, yeah, man. You always, guess what? You got grass too. You know, you always, oh man. You know, and because you know what? It ain't nothing to admit someone is doing better than you. Because guess what? If they really love you, they're gonna help you. Right. You say, oh man, you know that brother's in mad shape. That brother might say, yo, just come to the gym with me. You know? Oh, that person got a better job than me. They might have an open slot at their job that they can give you. Right? Now, sister, do you know there's also a dietary law? Right? Do you eat shrimp, crab, or pork? Shellfish or pork?
I don't really eat pork.
All praises.
We're not supposed to because
Nope. So let's get it. Get that in the G&T. Get that in the G&T. Right? So we're gonna read this next verse in the G&T, a different translation because the English is plainer, so you get what we're talking about. But same thing in the Bible, you want to go to Deuteronomy 14 or Leviticus 11.
Word. Deuteronomy 14 verse 8, GNT. Do not eat pigs.
Don't do what?
Do not eat pigs.
Plain as day.
They must be considered unclean.
So they are unclean, because think about it. Pigs don't have sweat glands, right? You can get all types of parasites in you, brain cancers, lung, all types of diseases, right? Our people, we got gout, right? You think about it, man. How much pani have you eaten in your life?
how much what?
Pani.
Penny. Oh, Penny?
Yeah, I got a lot.
Every Thanksgiving?
Ooh.
Damn, son.
Right? But think about it. That tradition, the Spaniards, the white people, they love that pig. And they taught it to us because we was in slavery. Guess what? They would give us just a pig to eat. They're not gonna give you pig intestines, chitlins.
Right. Look at
Right?
that.
Pig feet, the worst part of the pig.
That's what they used to serve in prison.
Right?
They still serve it.
Right? Come on. Why do you think? What think they give us the worst? What meat is on a chicken foot? But we made it good.
Right. Verse 9.
Now we're gonna get about the seafood. Right? Keep reading that. Verse 8.
Oh, July. Verse 8. I'm going to keep reading, right? It is unclean unto you. They have divided hoofs, but do not chew the cud.
So we can only eat land animals. They need to have like a split hoof, like a cow, and the two hoofs right here. And you gotta eat grass. So we can eat like goat, lamb, right, cow, right? I'm not telling you to become biologists, but you know, just you're gonna know that. Now you can eat seafood. Now here's seafood, the seafood you can eat.
Right. Verse 9. These you shall eat of all that are in the waters. All that have fins and scales shall you eat.
So they gotta have fins and scales. So you can eat like salmon, tilapia, bass, right? But it says it gotta have fins and scales. If it doesn't have fins and scales, you can't eat it.
But anything living in the water that does not have fins and scales may not be eaten.
So you can't eat that. You know, so you can't be eating lobster. There you go.
Yes, no.
Right? You can't deal with it, right? And you think about how they get us to normalize sin. You like a girl, where you take her? Red Lobster.
Right. Straight out.
Right? You having a good day at work, you get a bonus on your check, what you go get? Some crab.
Seafood boil.
Right? You get some seafood boil, right? Popcorn shrimp. Everybody let that. I almost cursed. They almost. Sister, I'll be real with you. I used to destroy some shrimp in the world. The jumbo fried shrimp. Woo! Right? Let's not stay in the spirit. Let's stay in the spirit. Right? Right? But we can't deal with that because guess what? There's a dietary law because Don't our people suffer from high blood pressure, diabetes, all these other things? We don't know this, right? But we need this information because guess what? We would live longer. We would be healthier. We wouldn't be overweight. My grandmother died from diabetes, you know? People get their foot cut off. It's all good, man. It's all of the Lord, man. But you know, we got to be healthy. Now, did you know that we also have a dress code? You might wonder, what is this? You might wonder, what are these fringes brothers are wearing? Right? Let's get the classic. Right? Let's get the classic.
It's the book of Numbers, 15, verse 38. Speak unto the children of Israel and bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments.
So the fringe, right? That's the gold part, right?
Throughout their generations.
So forever.
And that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue.
So we got that's why we wear the ribbon of blue. You gotta think, this is how you know we Israelites, right? Don't Japanese people wear kimonos, right? Don't Scottish people wear kilts, right? Swedish people, they wear those wooden shoes, those clogs, right?
I'm gonna keep reading verse 39. And it shall be unto you for a fringe, that you may look upon it and remember all the commandments of Yahweh and do them.
So we wear these fringes not just as a fashion statement, but they're a reminder for us physically that we have to keep the commandments, right? Looking at your fringes to stop you from going off, or they should, right? Now, there's also a dress code for the woman, right? Give me, whichever one, either 1 Timothy or Titus.
1 Timothy 2, verse 9. In like manner also, that women adorn themselves in modest apparel.
Right, so woman, you got to be in modest apparel, right?
I'm not in modest apparel right now.
It's all right, sister. Right, give me that script with winking your ignorance, right? Because guess what? You didn't know, right? Now this is also to you too, brother, right? Anything when you didn't know, the Lord. I'm not gonna say the Lord forgave you, or that He was not to forgive you, or was excusing your wrong, but He understood that you didn't have the truth or knowledge of God, right? Read this.
This is the book of Acts, chapter 17, verse 30. In the times of this ignorance, God winked at, but now commandeth all men everywhere to repent.
So He's winking at your ignorance from before. But from this day forth, now that you're hearing the words of God, He wants you to dress modest, right? Go back to it. Now, modest apparel, you know, wear a dress, wear a skirt, you know? Don't show too much cleavage. Don't show any cleavage at all, right? Because you got to think about it, right? Our women nowadays, they dress like strippers. You know, wearing tights, that's not, you wearing underwear. Right, and then not only that, you want a man to love you for who you are. You don't want him to look at everything he sees and think, damn, I gotta have that sister. Right, but it's also care for your brothers. You might throw a spirit of lust on a brother. Right, so it's also care for your brother. Men will respect you more. Right, he'll know, because guess what? A person is known by their attire. Right, so think about it. If you going through trouble and you see someone dressed as a police officer, you're gonna say, "Officer, help me." If he goes, "Well, I'm not a police officer," why the hell you dressed like one? Right? So if you say you are a righteous woman of God, you want to not only speak the part, you want to look the part.
It's 1 Timothy 2:9 in the NLT. And I want women to be modest in their appearance. They should wear decent and appropriate clothing and not draw attention to themselves by the way they fix their hair or by wearing gold or pearls or expensive clothes.
So you see our people, right? So do you know the makeup you see a lot of women wear today? That comes from drag queens. Men who want to look like women. Right? That's why, because guess what? We got beards and mustaches, right? A stronger jawline and all this other stuff. So those men, they wanted to look like women because you know what? They're jealous of you. Right? Which is weird. Right? Because God made the men, made you women. It's how it is ordained. Right? But that kind of over excessive makeup, right? Woman, our women shouldn't be wearing weave. You shouldn't need another person's hair for you to feel beautiful.
That's right.
Right? guess what? You keep the dietary law, right? You watch your health, you keep the commandments. The Lord is gonna, your spiritual beauty is gonna show physically, right? More on that. Got another precept on that, right? And that's it, right? So you got any more questions? I don't want to give you too much, right? Overwhelm you, right? There's more to learn.
Anytime it comes to God, it will never overwhelm me, so it's okay.
Okay, so now also you can't get any tattoos.
Or piercings.
You can get piercings.
Really?
You can get
I
piercings.
thought you said you couldn't get piercings or something because of the, like,
No. So what that's talking about, you know how some sisters, right? They proudful. When they walk, what you hear? Clink, 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 clink. You can't tell me nothing. I get more money. You see these earrings?
Well, I look better than you, Lord.
Right. So that's so it's not saying you can't have jewelry, but don't make, because guess what? When you do that, you're going into idolatry. Right? Your jewelry is your God. What you want? Yeah.
Ezekiel 16 verse 10. I clothe thee also with broidered work, and shroud thee with badger skin, and I girded thee about with fine linen, and I covered thee with silk. I decked thee also with ornaments, and I put bracelets upon thy hands, and a chain on thy neck, and I put a jewel on thy forehead, and earrings in thy ears.
So you see that? So that was our fashion. There's a reason why we like wearing chains, watches, because that's our custom.
That's right.
You know? We like looking good. That's our spirit, right? But there's nothing wrong with that. Now let's prove to you can't get tattoos. Now, if you have any tattoos already, then that's fine. All praises. You know? Now, you know, don't after this.
I thought about it before. I want to get
That you're in the spirit.
I do that.
Right, and all praises, because guess what? If the Lord wanted you to have a cool dragon on your back, he'd have gave you one. Wow.
So we got birthmarks and all that.
Leviticus 19:28 NLT. Do not cut your bodies for the dead, and do not mark your skin with tattoos.
Don't cut yourself for the dead, because you know what? You got some people. What's the tattoo people always get? R.I.P. They get the birthday, right? They get the cross with their birthday and their death day, right? Or they put a heart, love mom. Nah, man. That's not how you honor your mother and honor your father.
Nah, praise.
Right, but it's just the same. You know, you don't want to do that, because you know what? When you get tattoos, that's actually putting a constant infection on your body. Right? Because guess what? That ink is always on it, and your body's always fighting. You're weakening your immune system. Every single day it's going to be fighting that tattoo. Right? When you first get it, you know, you're opening your skin for infection. Right? You got to remember, your skin is the biggest barrier for protection. Right? So you got any questions, sister? All right.
That can come to mind right now, but I don't have one.
All right, all praises, you know, right? So with that being said, remember, you an Israelite princess from the tribe of Ephraim, right? God is coming back for you, right? Only if you keep his charge and commandments. We your brothers, we love you. Janice, right? Janessa, I apologize, Janessa. Right, Janessa, you know, we love you, sis. You know, we want you to repent, right? Let's give the script, give a closeout script, man. Give me, right? Give me, don't do that. Give me Deuteronomy 7:6, and then give me Acts 3:19.
Deuteronomy 7 verse 6.
This is what the Lord says about us.
For you are an holy people.
A holy people, separate only unto the Lord.
Unto the Lord your God. The Lord your God have chosen you to be a special people.
A special people.
Unto himself. Above all people.
What?
Above all people.
No below.
Above all people.
No equal.
Above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
So we're above all nations. Right? Now that you know that, you gotta move like it. And how you do that, you keep God's commandments.
That's right.
This is the book of Acts 3:19. Repent ye therefore, and be converted, that your sins may be blotted out, when the times of refreshing shall come from the presence of the Lord.
Right, so you see that? The Lord wants to blot your sins out, right? Give me that in Romans. My prayer is that all Israel be saved. Is that Romans 10? Right?
It's the book of Romans, chapter 10, starting from the top. Brethren, my heart's desire and prayer to God for Israel is that they might be saved.
So the Lord wants to save us. He wants to save you, sister. He wants to save you too, brother. Brother, he wants to save you. Y'all hear that? The Lord wants to save y'all too, sister. He loves y'all. But only we keep his charge and commandments. Right? And you see that? It tells us in the scriptures, many are called, but few are chosen. Right? You humbled down, right? And you recognize the voice of the Lord, and you came and talked with us, right? And this rain and the cold, right? And the Lord sees that, right? But what he wants you to do, don't let this day be in vain, okay? Keep in contact with us, gather with us. Sister, we're going to do the best to the most of our ability to help you.
That's right.
Huh? We usually we're not commanded to pray outside. Right, but that's fine. You know, when you go, just so real quick, how the sister how to pray. Matthew 6. Right.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 6, verse.
You want me to get the point where it says don't pray outside?
Verse 5. And when thou prayest, you shall not be as the hypocrites are, for they love to pray standing in the synagogues in the corners of the streets.
So a lot of people, you know, they want to seem holier than thou. Right? That's like in the church. They throw up a lot of prayers, and then the pastor sleeps with your wife.
Verse 9. After this manner, Salat. My Bible's getting wet. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 6, verse 9. After this manner, therefore, pray ye, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen.
Right. And you recite that prayer when you go home, right? And you pray for the Lord to give you a spirit, right? A new mind and a new flesh. Because guess what? And you know, because you pray secretly and the Lord will reward you openly. Right? So it's really raining, right? We gotta wrap up, right? Janessa.
Yes.
All right, man. All right, man. All right, man. We love you, sister, man. We mean that, man. We want you to gather with us so we can build you up, sister. Right? Right? This is the church. This is the church. Now, Saturdays, but Saturdays, what we do on the Sabbath is we gather at the libraries, right? Right now, we don't have an official place to congregate, right? But we gather at the libraries and we do Bible study, right? You can hit us up throughout the week if you got any questions, and brothers will be more than happy to go over things with you, all right? We love you, sister. Our number is on the flyer, right? Our number, our email, and our YouTube is on the flyer. All right, and other camps that you know you can learn from as well. That they're your brothers too. All right. Love you, Janessa. Be good. Appreciate that, man. God bless. Yes. Hey, y'all believe in God? Y'all believe in the Most High? Y'all believe in His Bible? In glass? Come get some information. Come get a flyer. Just get a flyer. No, honestly, come get a flyer. Right.
Perspective. As someone once told me, God rest his soul, whatever the case may be, keep the faith strong. That's it.
All praises.
Love is in the
Yeah, man. That's what we out. This is all love, man. You know, we ain't saying nothing to come at you or belittle you. But what we out here to do? Give me Isaiah 58:1.
Isaiah 58, verse 1.
Here's what we out here to do.
Cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgressions.
So that's what we out here to do. Show our people their sins so that we can come back to God. All right. Hey, God bless you, an Israelite brother. Can I get some information?
Crip, right? You say Crip. So let's see. I wanted the brother to break down Yeah,
Okay.
for you not being in the gang. The Lord don't want you to be in the gang. You know that? Right?
But brother, but hold on, right? You got to remember. Now, Crip, I'm glad you brought that out, the water. Crip means community restoration. So guess what, man? Is that what we see the Crips doing?
I'm very disappointed.
And let's be real, right? What does blood mean? Brotherly love overcomes. So you know this, brother. Now the thing is, now, brother, the thing is this.
Real.
This,
I see the soul. I don't see this is nothing.
but brother, well, I'm telling you, we got brothers. I wish I was able to. Right? We got brothers who was Crip. Right? My brother right here, he'll tell you, he used to be in the game.
Familiar face.
And now then, guess what?
Familiar face.
And that means nothing. He understands that because you know what? That's the ways of this world. The Bible tells us to lean not on our own understanding. Right? We might think that's the right way to go, but the way, give me that song, the way a young man puts his arm. Thank you.
This is the book of Psalms 119, verse 9. Withal shall a young man cleanse his way.
So how can a man clean his ways? How can we save our souls? How can we clean up our communities? How can we unify?
Right. Psalms 119, verse 9, CEV. Young people can live a clean life by obeying your word.
So when we obey the laws of God, I'm telling you, man, this the gang right here, man. I'm banging for the Most High, man.
Right.
I'm looking for the Most High.
Right.
That's all I care about, man.
That's right.
Because guess what, man? We got brothers who is in different tribes. We don't care about none of that, right? Ephraim brother, if he want to bring a bunch of rice, all praises, right? The Benjamin brother, right? He want 1,000 beef patties, all praises. The Judah brother want fried chicken, that's cool too. Because you know what? We all one body, one family. And the gang, yo man, a dude wearing the wrong color, you gotta kill him? That's not the way to live, right? Got a precept?
Proverbs.
Right, they did, but it's been corrupted, right? Because this is not what it tells you. Remember, you read it. It says, no man shall save you. They started that to save us, and look what happened, right? No man's gonna save us, but Christ.
Proverbs chapter 1, verse 10. My son, if a sinner entice thee, consent thou not.
So we can't be around that, right? You gotta lead a gang life, right? Because guess what? You know what that leads to? Prison. And guess what? Them same dudes who's gonna ride for you, they ain't gonna be putting no money in your books.
Hey!
Guess what? They ain't gonna be sleeping there in the cell with you.
We here for you.
We here, right? I'm telling you, they're gonna be dogging your shorty out. They're gonna be the man, that same dude who passed you the pistol and got you in prison. We're gonna be shooting the club up in your girl, spending your money, eating your frosted flakes, sleeping in your bed. And you know what he's gonna do? He's gonna call you once and be like, yo, you holding it down? Right, you still you still got your flag on you? Right. That's all he wanna know. Did you snitch on me? He don't really care about you. I'm telling you, man. I got this brothers here who have been in prison, who have been to jail. And they'll let you know. You just so you know, man, it's gay as hell in there, man. Let's be real. You don't want to be around a bunch of men. You got to shower, right? Dude, butt ass nigga. Can you pass me some soap? Come on, dog. Why are you talking to me right now? You know, we want you out here with us, man.
Hey!
You know, the Lord, forget us, the Lord wants you out here in this truth. Wherewithal will a man cleanse his ways? How can a man stay pure? We gotta stay with this Bible. Nothing else is gonna